What's good, people? Welcome back to another episode of the Full Quarter Talk podcast. I'm your host, Josh Masoki, joined by my co-host,
Jack Brazil. How is everyone today?
We good. Nice
Great.
late start. Love it.
Loads of sleep.
Yep. We're supposed to be in a lecture.
There's never enough sleep in matters.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so let's get into it. Fresh off last night, the Lakers. I mean, we might as well go into it. We are undisputed now. We're going to talk about the Lakers every week because the Lakers are content, and content equals views.
Yeah.
Not so much for us yet, but
One day.
Still,
We'll get
One
there
day.
one day.
But I truly enjoy, even if you get 0 views, slandering the Lakers is spiritual. And I mean, Russ played well, so I get to
play
slander
well.
all the other Lakers. Man, LeBron, he pulled a Ben Simmons.
He's pulled a Ben Simmons.
He pulled
Yeah.
a Ben Simmons, and across the Atlantic right now, Skip's getting ready to have to put on a masterclass.
Yes, sir.
That-
He's loving it.
What was last night, boys? What was last night?
I mean, I think last night was just subjective of the Lakers' whole season. They're not as good as they think they are. I mean, they got cooked by Jalen Green. Shout out to Jalen Green. A lot of people are calling him a bust out the gates, but he's been on fire recently.
He's been on fire.
It's just that fit. That fit with the coach as well. You got a fraudulent coach. You got some fraudulent players.
Listen,
It's not a good mix.
I don't know how many weeks we've come in and said the Lakers have hit rock bottom, but they've hit rock bottom again. Like,
Yeah.
So you got the Clippers games where, I mean, not that anyone even cares about the Battle of LA anymore, but Reggie Jackson just stunting on them in crypto arena. You got that loss of the Blazers fresh off the trade when they had no one in their roster. The Pelicans loss, and then that Bucks blowout when LeBron said we're not on their level and there's no way we're getting on their level. So I don't know.
I think the Lakers sold their soul with the change of the name of for the Crypto.com arena.
Yeah.
I think the curse of LA is moved off the Clippers, and now it's on the Lakers. I mean,
Yeah, any team with the arena, Crypto.com arena,
Yeah.
doesn't deserve championships.
No.
Doesn't deserve success.
No.
That's disgusting.
It's like-
At least Staples sometimes keeps like that iconic name that won championships. Lakers
Exactly.
won championships in the arena.
It's
now.
almost like it feels a bit like they sold their history a little bit.
You got the forum that was like historical. Then you got the Staples Center. They couldn't even just say Crypto Center. They had to say Crypto.com arena. Like, come on. But yeah, I mean, Russ playing well last night also kind of exposed the fact that
It's not just
it's
his fault.
not him.
Yeah.
It's a fundamental problem. Defense, like Jalen Green. Obviously, he's been playing like, especially since the All-Star break. He's averaging like 22 points. He's showing his potential now.
I think he scored like 20 plus in the last 4 games now.
Yeah, but he said in his post game interview, the game plan was to attack Melo. So
I don't blame them. He's about 45.
But look, this is the bottom, like a bottom feeder team in the Rockets, and they surrendered 68 points to them at halftime.
Damn.
Like that just tells you the defense. And LeBron,
What was their starting lineup yesterday?
the Rockets.
No, the Lakers. I imagine it was Russ, LeBron, Melo, Austin Reeves, Stanley Johnson.
Malik Monk.
Yeah, I feel like Monk
Or Melo.
But
Monk
yeah,
over Melo.
Yeah.
That is just.
look, the defense
That's
was
just
firstly defense is what Vogel is known for.
Yeah.
With the Pacers back in the day and in the championship Lakers, and defense was what they won based on. Like, they were first in defense the year they won, and last year I think, or at least top 3 last year.
Yeah.
And they've just completely flipped the script because they've got pretty much a retirement home out there trying to slide their feet with these young guns.
Like, you could argue that Anthony Davis is injured, but like, as you said,
when
like
they had him,
as you said, like they sold what
He
Kuzma.
wasn't even trying, was he?
Like Kuzma was a big part.
you can't judge them
KCP
until they get Avery Bradley.
Case, he was playing yesterday.
You can't judge them until they get Trevor Ariza back.
Like Casey, like they like basically just flipped their defense into Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we know Russ is a good defender, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's not.
He has the tools to be a good defender.
He doesn't show it anymore.
Yeah, he doesn't show it anymore. And that's just the same with the whole team. Like, LeBron was playing good defense to start the year, and now he's just he doesn't care anymore.
I think
he's just chasing Kareem. I think that's literally all he wants to do.
To fair, he wasn't playing. He
got a triple double.
Yeah.
I mean, but that doesn't necessarily mean a good game for LeBron.
9 from 26.
9 for 26. Yep. 23 points on 26 shots.
Nice.
Oof.
Efficient, very efficient.
Who was guarding LeBron?
I would guess
Kenyon Martin.
Probably like the wine from the night before.
Yeah. Did you see the Eric Gordon?
Eric Gordon
on LeBron. He was lost. He was lost.
That reminded me of what Steph Curry did to Rudy Gobert.
That was disgusting. That was disgusting.
He was lost.
Yeah, he was gone.
And Eric Gordon. I understand like Jalen Green handles everything. Eric Gordon.
Yeah, Eric Gordon is like a spot-up shooter.
But Gordon he's nice though.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, like.
But he actually be doing stuff like that once in a while. Like I'd like to see him on a good team.
He could definitely help a contender.
Oh yeah, I think there's been talks like before trade that like Eric Gordon like he needs to go. So like he would help contender 100%.
But yeah, this Lakers team just looks like they're just red. Like they know that it's a lost season and big changes are coming in the summer.
But again, if you look at their ninth in the conference, that's still playing range, and you know LeBron was very critical of the playing all those years ago, and now he's benefiting him.
Since that quote where he said whoever invented the play-in should be fired.
Yeah,
he's been in the play-in both years.
Both times. Yeah.
Do you think they will drop to 10th?
Probably. I don't see it getting better anytime soon.
If they get Zion back. If the Pelicans
I don't think
Zion,
they will get Zion back.
Yeah.
They won't, but
even if they don't, they've been playing
so much better than how
since CJ trade, they've been playing very well.
Because I don't see a way, apart from getting AD back, that the Lakers get astronomically better.
Yeah.
Now they're
and they need to play two games together.
This roster is what it is. Like, just look through the names. There's so much mid on this team. And, like, the way they were gassing out before the season, because some of these players are bigger names. Like, they had their prime.
All these Hall of Famers.
They had their prime, 8 years ago, so they still must be good.
The 2012 All-Star team.
Like Austin Reeves. Solid, whatever. Stanley Johnson.
Really tried. They tried to anoint Austin Reeves as Alex Caruso, because he's white.
Stanley Johnson, Masai Ujiri said he couldn't even play basketball. So Malik Monk.
Nah, that's a matter day legend right there, man. Ball is life legend.
Malik Monk, like the streakiest player in the NBA, probably.
They need to keep him though. He's
but that's how you know it's bad when he plays like such an important role in that team.
To be fair, I wanted him before the season started.
He is good.
He can win you a game, but just as much he can lose you a game as well.
I don't know if he's streaky as much as his role is just shifting dramatically game to game.
Yeah,
it's kind of like the Poole situation since Clay's been back. Yeah.
Melo's done. DJ Augustine.
Sometimes he pops off,
Bradley. Yeah, but
1 in 20, 1 in 10 games.
You can't do sometimes.
You can't rely on that.
And
on 37.
And if the worst team in the NBA is targeting they're targeting Melo, then you know it's bad.
And by the way, it's a worst team. Only Rockets have a worst span, and Lakers 4 and 13 in the last 17 games. Only Rockets are worse, and they lost to Rockets.
Yeah, this is gonna get ugly, and we're gonna enjoy it all the whole way.
Oh yeah, it's fun to watch.
Yeah, but enough of that poverty. Let's talk about Kyrie's 50 piece.
Wow,
now, that was a spiritual experience. Like that was the peak of basketball.
I don't like I don't like Kyrie, but I admire his game. He's just
watching Kyrie on full form.
It's
some of the most entertaining sport you can watch.
One of my favorite games of all time was his 57 piece against the Spurs. I watched that, and that was the other game where he dropped 50 on 75% shooting, and him and MJ are the only players to have multiple games.
Like when you see the difficulty of shots he takes, and the fact that he shoots such an efficient percentage,
you know that
like he's one of the most talented players ever.
And how he's not in top 75.
I think that was a
didn't take the shot.
I think that was a political matter.
Yeah. But look, when he caught the ball,
probably
He didn't even bring it down. He just.
That's how you know you're hot. That's how you know you're hot.
But the thing about it, this guy is coming off like a week of not playing, plays a game, plays next 2, doesn't play for another week, and
also wasn't very good in that last game versus the Celtics. I didn't think.
Yeah, he had 19 points.
But he's on and off. Like he's playing one game, not playing the other.
Yeah.
Roles different here. Plays one game with KD, one game with
hot and because if he played every game, he can like have that hot streak.
Because last season, no one really talked about it, but he made the 50-40 night club last season.
Yeah, exactly.
And even last season, he was kind of on and off the court. So,
and the thing is, the Nets needed every one of those buckets because KD had an off night. Obviously, they don't have James Harden anymore. So
I've always argued he's there. He's in that short list of like the most skilled players of all time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. With his hand was one of the best, if not
his
not
tough
the best.
Finishing,
his tough shot making ability.
Like, at every level. It's pretty much just dunking is the only thing that he doesn't do at a high level.
And he doesn't need to do it.
Yeah, and
under the rim, he's amazing. Like finishing, he can finish with either hand in the mid range, from 3, like in the paint, like everything he does.
He's one of those players like we are blessed to watch carry on.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
And Kobe said like, "You're lucky he wasn't 6'6".
I mean, Kyrie was giving Team USA buckets straight out of high school. Like that's how you know he's special. Like he was trash talking Kobe at what, 18, 17.
Kyrie is different.
He's special, and
he's my favorite player growing up. Like he's different.
It is a shame.
He was one of my favorite players
till he broke your heart.
Yeah,
he catfished you, man. If you have me back.
Hey, he said if you have me back, and did the Celtics offer them a contract?
No, he said yes, but
no, they didn't.
But pretty sure he said
they didn't. They traded for Kemba before free agency even started
because they knew that he's not gonna resign.
You think I don't know that? But they didn't technically have him back though, did they?
Okay, shush. Okay,
look, they said
listen,
if you have me
about
back,
Kyrie,
and he didn't
about Kyrie, Kyrie is 11th player this season to score 50 points.
Jason Tatum's the only one with 2. That's
yes.
What you're say.
Yeah. Can you name the other 10?
Okay.
9.
KD. 9. LeBron has one.
Yeah.
Just did it Embiid. Giannis.
Embiid, no. Durant, yeah. Oh, Embiid, yeah.
no.
Embiid, yes. Embiid 50. Sorry, Embiid 50.
Giannis.
Yes. Giannis, yes. Durant, yes.
Did Jokic get 50?
Oh, there's enough. Wow.
Jokic got 46 the other night, but
yeah, no Jokic.
Steph got 1 this season.
Yep,
Steph's got 1.
You're missing.
Demar didn't get 50.
You're missing 3 players now. 4 players.
Did Jaylen Brown got 50?
Yes.
Yeah.
3 more.
Oof.
3 more.
Devin Booker.
Nope.
Donovan Mitchell.
All point guards. 3 point guards.
Ja.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
2 more.
Ja.
Same draft class.
What is Ja? Oh, Trae
No.
and Luka Doncic.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
But that just shows you how skilled the league is right now, man.
Yeah.
The league is in a great place.
Because like in during the weekend there were so many.
Wasn't there 3 like in the last week or something?
Yeah. LeBron, Kyrie, and Tatum.
Yeah.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah, it was like the weekend. It was like.
But yeah, the league is in a great space. Like a lot of people said for a long time, like how is the league going to cope without LeBron and KD and Steph? But
there's so many stars now.
Now, like the pool of stars is as deep as it's been certainly since I've been watching basketball.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I think even for the last 15, 20 years,
there's not a dull game in the league really.
Yeah, like you could watch any game in the NBA and you'll see an all-star caliber player, and you will watch it for that reason pretty much. Apart from like the bottom teams in the NBA.
Yeah.
But most games you will see, like if it's Rockets versus like Pistons. But
if it's Rockets versus Lakers.
Yeah.
Some people watch the Lakers Rockets just to see how bad Lakers defense were.
Right, I've got a question.
Yeah.
If you were to say to someone who's never watched a minute of basketball in their life, watch this one player to try and get into basketball, who would you point them to watch? Like a highlight reel of their stuff.
It'd be Ja. It'd probably be Ja. In terms of excitement, if you're trying to get a casual like into the game right now.
How casual are you?
Like I said, you never watched a game basketball in your life.
So yeah, probably Ja because like I think with handles and
He's got the
stuff.
explosive plays.
Yeah, because with handles and stuff, you interested like more that at least watch basketball and stand.
Yeah.
And with Ja, with all the dunks, like excitement, like it probably would be Ja at this point.
Because players like Kyrie, Kobe, and Allen Iverson got me into it, but I kind of already had an appreciation for things like shooting and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, if you're just watching the game, you want to see them
That's
flashy
raw
dunks.
athletic ability.
Yeah,
Like
exactly,
that.
yeah.
And he's got the other things to go with it. So yeah,
So it would be probably
for sure.
Ja.
I think Steph Curry's up there as well.
Yeah, I won't say Steph Curry, but
Steph Curry's up there as well.
Not this season.
Not this season. I'm saying for the
Definitely
career.
not
If
this
it was this season, the
if
person
it was
would run
start
the other way.
it was start.
Imagine someone's first game was like the All-Star game this year, and they were like, "Oh, I want to watch Curry
This
play."
Stephen Curry guy.
Then you watch his game; he's at 3 for 10.
No, you see the All-Star game, then you see the warm-up clip of him not missing.
Yeah,
Then you watch the actual game.
Well, but if it was start of the season, then yeah, Curry straight away.
yeah. I don't know. Let's get into that because we're going to talk about the Warriors anyway. What do you think this? Because it's not a slump anymore. This just feels like who Curry
It's
is.
getting
this
scary.
season.
Yeah, it's
Like,
getting bad.
It's getting scary.
Do we? Obviously,
Okay.
Draymond plays such a big part of Steph Curry's game, but do we think it's just a mentality thing now?
Because this remember this slump, this started. There was that key date. It was November 30th, and since that point,
Was it breaking records?
it was a little bit before he broke the record, I think, and he's been shooting 35% from three since then.
Yeah, because he had like what 3 games like he broke the record.
But look, not just the slump though. For the whole season,
Oh, yeah.
even remember the explosive start of the season he had, and even with that, he's shooting just under 38% from three.
Jesus.
And for any other player, that's
38%
great.
is calm.
But for a player that
Oh yeah, for Curry's
43% for his career, that's scary. And he's 43 overall. So it's I don't know. Obviously, not having Draymond to facilitate is a big deal.
Massive loss.
Because that was kind of Draymond's the difference between the season he had before he broke his hand that year, where it was just him and young players and like there was nothing to do there. And then
Draymond's only going to benefit from having elite players around him.
And those elite players are only going to benefit from having Draymond. Because
that's why it works so perfectly.
Because Curry's having to create that system's in place where Curry doesn't have to create all the shots like a prototypical point guard, like other like more of the elite point guards in the league right now. But now he's having to create a lot more of his shots, and meanwhile he doesn't have a player like Draymond to give him those easier looks.
Harder for him to like get in rhythm and stuff like that.
And for the Warriors, like Clay after injury, he's struggling to come back.
Yeah,
well, I mean, which is only fair.
Yeah. Like what 2 years without
playing on
proper
two serious injuries.
Yeah.
But with Steph, it is kind of scary because it's like a whole season. But shooting is not the type of thing that like ages badly.
Yeah.
And he's got a very good track record.
But I think with the way he gets his shots, like the constant running around, the handles, that's the thing that could age badly.
Not really. Look at JJ Redick. Like, shooting
but JJ Redick doesn't play 40 minutes a game,
and he doesn't get double teamed every time he gets the ball.
JJ Redick, that's part of it. Having Clay play better, and actually having to respect him a bit more, that takes away from the triple teams and the double teams. That's definitely a factor.
He needs like prime Clay back.
The running around though, like he's in great shape still. That's just kind of about staying in shape. It's not
but
really
I mean,
about
like when as we go on, like later, that's gonna go and go and go.
But not at 33.
Yeah,
because JJ Redick was still like one of the league leaders and running around like in miles per game. Like when he was with the Sixers, he was quite a bit older than Curry is now. But I trust that he's gonna go back to normal.
but we've been saying this for so long, bro.
Yeah, but this is
like it's been.
But remember,
months now.
remember the season where he broke his wrist, where he broke his hand. Before that, he finished that season shooting 25% from three.
Yeah,
but he played 5 games, didn't he?
No, he didn't. He played
more than that.
No, he played because he played after he came back from the injury as well. It was probably a short amount of games, but it was like enough.
So I
don't think it contributes.
I thought I saw this the other day. He played like how many games he played?
It was more than 5.
5.
It was 5 games. He played 5.
It was only 5.
Yeah, it was 5 games. Yeah, I thought it was more as well.
Yeah, because he played before and.
But
But that's not good for a 60 game sample size. This is not good. But
hell no.
But that.
It would be interesting to see the stats for the first 2 months compared to that.
But shooting is a different type of skill where shooting doesn't just leave. Like.
Yeah. That's why I think it must be a mental thing.
Yeah, but that being said, I don't worry too much about him specifically, but it does expose that the team isn't built in a way that maybe we kind of overreacted to how good they were. Because
I don't think they're as deep as they once were. Like obviously they're not as deep as their championship winning teams, right? So that's obviously going to hurt when your best player is.
And at the start of the season, with how
Curry was different at the start of the season.
Yeah, he was playing different at the start of the season.
Everyone straight away, like, he started saying, "Oh, like Curry."
Yeah, I feel like people anointed him as the MVP a week into the season.
Yeah,
but something can be said into how he was playing and how Jordan Poole was breaking out. Maybe that had them playing above their head, and maybe they're not as good as we thought they were.
And they are dropping slowly.
Yeah, and then
what's their last 10? I think it's really bad.
3-7.
I think they've lost 9 of 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they've lost 9 and 12. 9 out of the last 12.
Wow,
that's bad.
Now down to the 3 seed in the West.
Reinforcements are on the way because Draymond has an official date he's targeting in March 14th, and Wiseman's just been assigned to the G League, so he's returning. But I don't know if that puts them as high as you'd think, because
I think Draymond's
coming back from a back injury though, and that's not a thing that you just come back from and you're good to go. Like, he's gonna have to be monitored in terms of his minutes, his usage, everything.
If they finish third, they would play Denver.
That is a
with
terrible
potential
matchup.
Jamal Murray and MPJ.
Terrible matchup, especially getting MPJ and Murray back.
Who's stopping Jokic from dropping a 50-point triple-double?
Wiseman.
What a banged up James Wiseman. Yeah,
I don't wish that upon Wiseman, man.
That's the thing. Like, for Warriors, they have no one to stop Jokic.
Who do you think is the best matchup for Jokic in the playoffs? Because it's not Gobert.
Embiid in the finals.
Yeah. Oh, that would be such a good matchup. I low-key want to see
that would be the most toxic. Twitter would be so toxic for that whole series.
Do you think Ayton maybe?
Probably Ayton.
Yeah.
And especially the way the Suns set up as well.
Yeah, Ayton would be a good matchup.
matchup.
To be fair, I'm not saying anything.
Is there a good matchup for Jokic? I don't think there's a good
Which is relative, obviously. Yeah. There's no good matchup for any of these superstar players.
One player recently gave Jokic some problems, and Nuggets fans were happy that he didn't play yesterday because he got suspended. Sabonis, he had very good game against Nuggets, but he got suspended for attacking the referee.
Yeah, once that Kings culture gets into you, man.
Yeah. I don't blame him.
Yeah.
4-9 since that trade.
Yeah. To be fair, but the thing is,
and Halliburton's averaging like 20 and 10.
Yeah,
on like 19 efficiency.
19.
Yeah,
he's not ridiculous efficiency.
I'm pretty sure he's pretty efficient.
No. Okay, let's not talk about that trade again.
It's pretty good win now move, to be fair.
Okay, just move on.
But let's I don't want to talk about that.
They've really made a step towards ending their playoff drought, 100%.
Yeah, but no, Jokic.
Too much poverty into this.
Yeah, we need some balance.
I don't think there is any matchup that could give Jokic a lot of problem.
No,
not really.
Yeah, so he's
especially with
19, 9.5 on 50, 40.
Move on.
I'm just saying. They would have been better off keeping Halliburton.
Yeah,
let's be real.
I know.
But we knew that anyway. We knew that.
Yeah, exactly. We talked about it.
Yeah. I guess we're geniuses.
Yeah.
Prophets.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
I think you just need eyes to see that. You have to be a professional. You just need eyes.
The Kings are no more clout for the Kings, please.
Yeah.
They're not getting a second more on this podcast.
Yes.
Please.
It depends.
Let's make a toast to that.
It depends.
We're never speaking about them again.
It depends.
No, it doesn't.
Because they have Sabonis, so I might speak about them.
Right, Sabonis could put out 15 and 10 in Sacramento. Cool. Good for him.
Yeah.
15 and 10? No, shush. Put respect on his name.
Alright, let's move on, man.
Let's move on. Yeah, Jokic, Is he winning MVP?
It changes every week.
Yeah, I don't even want to do this right now.
Yeah.
I think we need to wait because it just flip-flops every other day.
We've beaten this horse to death.
Yeah.
Let's wait till we get towards the end of the season. What I will say is that Jokic now has more wins than both Giannis and Embiid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, seeding, who cares? Like, wins. Yeah, but it flip flops.
And I saw Suns fans, but Devin Booker has that many wins. Yeah, okay, no one cares.
Who invited you, Black?
Yeah, exactly.
Who do you know here?
He thinks we can't see him. But we talk about, forget MVPs. Let's talk about MVPs of coaching out here. Let's talk about the potential greatest coach of all time who's closing in on that.
I don't think it's potential. I think
it's not potential.
But I mean, like he's closing on the all-time wins record.
He closed.
Greg Popovich.
He's
tied already.
Tied,
yeah, I'm saying he's closing in on
breaking
the record. Greg Popovich,
GOAT.
He's a GOAT to me. I mean, you still have the Phil Jackson fans holding out. How do you feel as a Bulls fan about that?
I think Phil Jackson tarnished his legacy in New York.
Nah, let's just talk about coaching.
Yeah, but
that's completely irrelevant. That's like saying MJ is not the greatest of all time anymore because of his ownership.
I think Phil Jackson might have been the most revolutionary coach with that triangle offense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also like
that's Tex Winter, but
yeah, she stole man's whole flow.
But I mean, the sage in the locker rooms and
stuff. But he
the style of it, yeah.
He successfully implemented it, right?
Yeah.
And I think, obviously, like Phil Jackson had the greatest player of all time, right?
Yeah.
Like obviously Popovich has some great players, but he made those players great. I think Michael Jordan,
not Tim Duncan.
Not Tim Duncan, but Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker. He got so much out of them for about 15 years.
Yeah.
Which I think is a testament to him, right? Whereas you could give Frank Vogel Michael Jordan and still probably still win titles. So or like maybe not Luke Walton. He'd find a way to fuck that up. But
you're talking about Luke Walton, who coached the Warriors in their record-breaking season.
Anyway, I think Phil Jackson was a great coach, but just the longevity of Greg Popovich as well.
Yeah.
The longevity, like Phil Jackson after a while got found out a little bit.
Yeah.
No one's ever been able to find out Greg Popovich. Like it feels like he's always on his feet, always.
It's underrated. Like so, going into when they lost Kawhi. They had a couple down years, and it was looking like he was angling. There was a lot of reports about him angling for retirement after the Olympics, and now he's kind of seemed to find like new light, especially with this new young group. And you can just never count them out. So many years where they just shouldn't have made the playoffs. The drought, the streak finally ended, but they're still like they're back in it.
Yeah, everyone was like, Spurs are not making playoffs. Made playoffs again. Was it like 23 years or 25, something like that?
It was
just 20 plus.
Yeah, 20 plus.
20 plus.
And when they missed it was literally the season when they were tanking for Tim Duncan. So, that's great.
Yeah, I think longevity, his longevity is probably the key factor.
The Spurs are currently on a road trip, so their next 5 games are all on the road. I really hope they just keep losing until they get back to San Antonio, because I would love to see that moment in San Antonio, the moment where he breaks it. But obviously,
what are the 5 games?
So you got Jazz next, which Jazz are on fire. See that they win yesterday? Jesus Christ! They were
the Blazers.
Yeah.
But it's Blazers, so
I know, but hey, the Blazers beat the.
But they're still loyal, so it's a win.
He didn't run away.
So they got the Jazz, the Pacers, Timberwolves, OKC. So yeah, they're gonna win it at least at OKC.
Pacers or OKC should be a win.
And then they got the Pelicans, and then they got the Warriors. Ooh. So they got the Warriors in San Antonio. That's their first game back. But I would love to see that moment in that building. Yeah, because that's the building where he's made.
I think either way, there will be some ceremony to
and they've been special in that building. I remember the year that the Warriors broke the all-time record for wins. The Spurs are right on their heels, and I think they broke the record for wins in at home. I think they had 41 wins at home or something. Oh no, not 41. Because that would be it. No, it might have been 40.
Every game.
It might have been 40 or 41 wins at home.
I think it probably was 40. I think I remember. Something ridiculous number of wins.
Yeah, they had a ridiculous. Spurs.
And the thing about Greg Popovich is he's always been like a great personality in the league,
his
right?
personality is
like he's witty, he's funny, he always stands up for social justice issues. Like he just seems like he's also like a great man as well.
Yeah.
So that's just another testament to him, and you see it by how much respect he gets around the league.
So they
like some of the greatest players of all time.
Yeah.
And
they had the most. They had 37 straight home wins.
Who did?
The Spurs in 2016. So, yeah.
And when
that's with like all the old players as well. Like,
I mean, that Kawhi was already a superstar by that point.
But like I'm saying, was that Tim Duncan's last year, or did he retire
a couple years before? It was like the year before Kawhi broke his. Do you remember the?
Zaza.
No, it wasn't that year. You remember the year 2016 when the Warriors broke the record, and they were supposed to be. Everyone thought they were getting a Spurs Warriors Western Conference Finals. Let's move on. We beat them.
Yeah, and then we all know what happened in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, we all know.
I mean, you brought up yourself. Like,
I didn't know where I was going.
Please finish the story. Please finish the story now.
We don't want to see a grown man cry on this podcast, man. So if Greg Popovich is like the greatest coach of all time, we've established that.
Yeah.
Who do you think out of coaches right now, maybe not potential to get there, but like are some of the more elite coaches now that will be remembered in all-time conversations?
Spoelstra.
Eric Spoelstra.
Spoelstra is that.
Spoelstra's he's got that Popovich DNA where whatever happens, he'll find a way to win, kind of thing.
Yeah, he's continued to make them competitive.
I also think Tyronn Lue is a very good coach.
Tyronn Lue. Yeah. Those are two.
Can Steve Kerr make it?
Those two, Spoelstra and Ty Lue, they were like heavily disrespected under LeBron. You know, it was just
because
LeBron's
it's LeBron.
the coach.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. But they've made a name for themselves outside of that.
Yeah.
And the Lakers, they're looking at themselves. They're probably shaking their heads, even though they got a championship out of with Vogel.
Yeah.
They gave Tyronn Lue, who just won a championship in the last like half decade, they gave him a lowball offer. They refused to give him more than like $4 million or something like that. And as a championship coach, disrespecting that, and then he ends up in the same building,
rivals,
in the same building, and putting on a show as he's doing now. And I'm sure LeBron wanted him as well. So it's
of course he did. He's always comes out and praises Tyronn Lue.
Yeah.
And like if you look at the way he's kept the Clippers in that playoff hunt without Kawhi or Paul George, like he's really
what he was doing last playoffs. That was amazing.
And still the only coach to come down from 3-1 down the finals. I mean, you can't. Obviously, a lot of that gets credited to LeBron James.
Yeah, LeBron and Kyrie put on great performances, but the adjustments that were made were very key as well.
Yeah,
like putting RJ, Richard Jefferson in the starting lineups as well. There was key changes that were made that definitely
proactive changes. Yeah, 100%. Anyone else? Steve Kerr. He's a little bit on fraud watch, a little bit.
I think very much so.
I think Steve Kerr has always had superstars.
Yeah.
No, but he gets a lot of credit for the system that he put in place and
of course.
What he's getting out, what he got out of the Warriors, because they didn't have the right system in place.
Yeah, Mark Jackson, it was a good move. A lot of people question that move to fire Mark Jackson, but Steve Kerr really understood how to get the best out of like Steph Curry.
Yeah. Where he does have his downfalls though is with adjustments with rotations. Because you'll see a lot of Warriors fans on Twitter like they talk about how they don't like his rotations at all, especially with Curry. They feel like they were talking about it during the All-Star game actually, because during the All-Star game he had a much better rotation apparently, and they were like, oh, finally Curry gets to play a game where he doesn't get subbed out as soon as he gets hot. So they don't like that. And for a while, Billy Donovan was out coaching him in that Western Conference final. Like that was the biggest. That was the biggest reason why we were winning at the time. Yeah. Until KD and Russ decided to not make another shot. But
if we're talking resume, he's probably up there.
He's Hall of Fame, no doubt.
Yeah, 100%.
No doubt.
Some other coaches I want to give a little mention to: Monty Williams, fantastic coach.
Yeah, he's rising up.
Coach.
Carlisle.
Quinn Snyder's a good coach.
Yes.
Good coach, but I think the Jazz have just hit their ceiling, and they've known what their ceiling is for a couple of years now. So
yeah, just
reigning champion Mike Budenholzer.
Hey man,
credit where it's due.
Mr. Top 75, Doc Rivers.
He's a good coach. He just has that choke gene. He has the choke
3-1.
3-1.
Oh man,
I think he was very lucky to be included in that top 15. Very lucky indeed.
Oh yeah.
100%.
But
Celtics propaganda did well for him there.
I don't know how you lot keep it.
I don't know how you do it, man. I don't know how you do it.
It's crazy. I'm trying to think.
Tibbs. How he won Coach of the Year last year?
No, but
he deserved it. He deserved it.
Over Monty Williams?
Yeah, he deserved it.
Yeah, he deserved it.
Because if you saw what you got out of that group of players,
he deserved it.
Like
You're using some revisionist history because I'm pretty sure you were part of the episode where we all said that he should win.
Yeah, and we said it emphatically.
Yeah.
We literally said emphatically that he should win.
Yeah, because that next team is.
I mean, Julius Randle doesn't.
To be fair, Julius Randle was
he's still most improved
level.
player last year, just because it doesn't. Obviously he turned out to be a fraud, but that doesn't take away from the fact that
yeah,
he deserved.
And
it
defensively,
last year.
Knicks were very good last year as well, just because of Tibbs.
I like Mike Malone as well.
Yeah, I want to say Mike Malone. Yeah,
good coach.
But yeah, now we're just talking about good current coaches.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the upper echelon, we got Spoelstra.
I would put Monty Williams in the upper echelon.
Monty Williams, Ty Lue.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you put Budenholzer?
Nah.
He's gotten better at adjusting though.
He's gotten better at adjusting, but we're talking about coaches that have like that direct influence on their team winning, like to the point where they're all in that all time.
Yeah.
Can I say one thing?
He's not about. What? Go ahead.
One day, Ime Udoka will be in that list.
Fair enough.
To be fair, rookie coach.
It's clear that he made good. Yeah, he's made good adjustments.
Rookie coach and made this team play that well.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
He may he has, but from this season he has potential to
17-3 in your last 20.
You know who they said that about? Brad Stevens.
True. Now he's in a whole different career.
Yeah, and he's doing well in that career.
Got Derek White.
Yep.
Yeah.
Al Horford shipped out Kemba Walker's contract.
I mean, we gift wrapped you.
Oh, I'm happy. He's playing well. He's playing very well, so I'm happy.
But I think a lot of the pieces were already there. He hasn't.
Yeah.
I'll credit him for turning Dennis Schroeder into Derek White.
Yeah, that's
because Derek White has been good for you lot. So yeah. I'll credit him for that. But
basically he didn't make stupid decisions we need to trade Marcus Smart.
Yeah. Well, I think
he didn't do something stupid.
Exactly. Brad Stevens always knew.
He didn't trade one of your most important players.
Yeah,
but
because
when you see everyone else are talking, Marcus.
Yeah. To be fair, if I was a coach, I would definitely make decisions. If I was a GM, I'd definitely make decisions based on NBA Twitter.
Yeah, not just Twitter, executive of the East, you know.
Eastern Conference. We're about to get into these anonymous GMs in a minute.
Yeah, anonymous GMs.
We need to get rid of these anonymous
and the thing
they need to put their name on some of this stuff.
I feel every time it's about Celtics.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was a Celtic GM. No, it was definitely over the years. It's definitely been Danny Ainge.
Oh, 100%.
But now I don't know. Now I'm thinking it's who?
Daryl Morey.
Nah, not Daryl Morey.
He has to be sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes he is. Sometimes he's got to be. Sometimes
he's that kind of.
Who could it be?
What's that, Ijiri?
Nah. Pat Riley.
Yeah.
Pat Riley, definitely, 100%.
He's that kind of guy.
Yeah, he's that kind of guy for sure. But whilst we're talking about anonymous GMs, I got something to get off my chest. I've got something to get off my chest right here.
Go on.
The Shea and the OKC disrespect. Now, granted,
let's not take it to the whole organization.
They link into each other. But it is mostly it's Shea related.
Disrespect.
Now, listen, we have a curse on this podcast where as soon as you want to talk about something, something fucks up the day before. I'm aware that Shea played horrendously last night. Just like when we gave the Celtics praise,
and they lost
they lost their game.
Yeah.
But other than last night, Shea's been 33, 8, 6, and 2 since the All-Star break. He's leading in scoring. I'm pretty sure he's probably still leading in scoring, even despite last night.
Since All-Star break.
Since the All-Star break.
How many did he score yesterday?
Oh, God. What was he, 3 for 15 last night or something like that?
No, wait, hold on.
But
I the wrong game.
But anyway, this goes down to the start of the season. But recently, an anonymous GM said that Jalen Green
Yesterday's stat line is stinky.
And Evan Mobley were like Shea wasn't even in their league. Which is
disrespectful.
But then you had the ranking at the start of the season that had young players, and it had Taylor Horton Tucker like 10 spots above Shea.
Oh, don't talk about that list.
It's just Lakers,
honestly. And like pick one that you're gonna go with. Is Shea trash, or does he need to be, or is it free Shea? Like, which one is it? Is it free Shea, even though this will be his first full season on a losing team? And he's had more playoff wins than Luka and Ja, like in his third season. But it's free Shea.
Thanks to Chris Paul, but you know,
like he was injured. What? No, his first year though.
No,
his first season as well.
It was a little bit bait. I got him.
Yeah, I'm in rant mode, bro. You can't do that.
Who the fuck is Vit? Who is that?
Wait,
hold on.
What?
Some random on the
OKC. He's a European.
I've never heard of him.
It's because he just came over now. He was
any good?
He was like one of the stash players that we drafted that like I come over after. But yeah, this would be his first full losing season. Last year he broke his foot, so like
you're not
it's a bit early. Like if we're talking, if you look at players like Devin Booker that had to endure a lot more. Like what are we talking about here? He's a great. He's.
I don't know why he got targeted like this. Like he just putting up good numbers on a bad team. Like
is that like every.
I don't know why he got targeted like that. And,
like
and
every
as you
young
said,
player in the league.
Exactly. Yeah. And as you said, he's actually shown that he can win in the playoffs before. So
yeah,
he should be praised as one of the next up and coming stars. And I don't know why he wasn't. But here's a question: as you said before, right, about Jalen Green and Evan Mobley.
Yeah.
If I gave you, let's say Evan Mobley, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Kay Cunningham, which one of those three you starting your franchise with? I think I'm going Evan Mobley.
Same.
Because we're going into the era of. I feel like we're going back into the era of the big man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he
looking right now, more dominant players, big man.
Yeah.
Yeah, just as a dominant talent and a generational like type talent, both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
We could have had both of them.
I like it.
Hey man, is it?
You have Giddey now.
Yeah, we have Giddey, but
he's good.
Look, he's really good, yeah, and I'm sure they'll work it out. But there is a little bit of redundancy with them too. But a big is literally what we need.
Yeah.
So that
Isaiah Roby can only do so much. Yeah. The thing about Isaiah Roby, he looks about 15, but he's like this. He's supposed to be like this big center.
What about Poku? You have Poku. Be happy.
He's stepping up recently, but man, having Evan Mobley and Shea,
that would have been nice. That would have been nice. Evan Mobley is a stud, man.
Yeah. And everyone were questioning.
This draft class is going to go down very well.
In the
all-time rankings, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because you got Josh Giddey, Scotty Barnes, Evan Mobley, Kay Cunningham.
Yeah.
And like, I've got to say, yesterday, my Bulls played the Pistons.
Ew.
And Io has looked up most point guards in this league, but Kay Cunningham gave him some problems, and Kay Cunningham looks like he's a very well-rounded point guard, and that's hard for a young point guard. So shout out Kay Cunningham, because I feel like he's gone a little bit under the radar with Evan Mobley.
Yeah, he came in late, had a slow start, but that's kind of a given. Like he was coming straight into the league. Yeah,
and the Pistons are building a nice little core. They've got a nice little core, I think.
Yeah, so
they were recently on a 6-game winning streak, so you know.
Why they
Marvin Bagley looks like he's in a better situation.
Hey,
as well.
Please, Pistons keep winning, please.
Do you have their pick? I know.
That's like keep winning, so we have better odds.
Oh. Yeah.
Like,
I just assume you have everyone's pick now.
we got some ties, pretty much.
You lot sold yourself with those picks.
They are not the worst team in the league.
Who?
Pistons.
Yeah, because they went on a 6-game winning streak.
They're not even the worst team in the East.
Wow. Congratulations to the Pistons.
Yep.
The Magic are the worst team in the East.
Magic, yep.
The Magic. We're still a bit of a ways to go before we can catch them and the Rockets, but
look, yeah, Shea is a great young player.
Yeah, Shea is very good. I don't know why he gets so much disrespect.
it's because of OKC, but
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but do people even talk about OKC like that? Like this season? Not really.
no, I'll see. There's this one reporter that keeps like every time Shea goes off and we lose a game, he'll be like
Empty stats.
no. He'll be like, oh, it's a black, like, because he came out with a report saying OKC are the black eye of the league. Yeah,
What does that even mean?
OKC, who was top 3 in wins over the last decade, and had one losing season since like they started. Are the black eye of the league.
What does black eye even mean? What the fuck does that mean?
No idea.
Like the
Black dark spot.
Yeah, the dark spot of the
it's
league.
like the shame of the league.
Yeah,
when you
like
have
that.
teams like the Timberwolves and
The
like,
Kings.
the Kings, like what are we talking about here?
Timberwolves this season, like they're respectable.
And then the narrative just keeps shifting. Like it's either Shea's overrated or Shea needs to get out of OKC right now. He's too good for that. Like,
Do you think that Shea's overrated?
I don't think he's overrated.
Where is he rated?
No, I think he's rated properly. Usually, like.
No, but if you just heard the disrespect, like he was talking about,
to be fair, but majority of players like rate Shea, not players, be like people in media.
if you're not a casual, you rate Shea.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
But there's a lot of casuals out there. A lot.
Oh yeah.
Like Shea, last season and this season was a surprise. Even my expectations of him, because when we first acquired him, I knew he was a good like young player. He had the breakout game against the Warriors in the playoffs, but I didn't know how good he was. And then, obviously, next to Chris Paul, it was like, okay, how much of this is Chris Paul putting him in these positions? But now, as a scorer, he just.
Chris Paul helped him a lot.
Yeah, definitely. His influence.
Who doesn't Chris Paul help?
Yeah. But I mean, there's things there that Chris Paul has nothing to do. Like his isolation scoring, like he
bag,
gets to the line.
He's got a deep bag.
Yeah, he's got a deep bag.
Yeah.
Has that 3-point shot come up? Because I remember we spoke about earlier. He was shooting like 27% from 3.
Because he made a slight change to his jumper. I don't know why, but I think he's back up. Wait, so. Yeah, he's like closer to like 38% now. Like since the All-Star break.
Respectable.
But
We'll take that.
as an isolation, he's in the top of the league in terms of isolation scoring, getting to the line. He's really good with. So yeah, he's a great scorer. Having someone like Giddey, I hope they can work it out where he can be a bit more off ball and Giddey can be facilitating.
Yeah,
the offense.
because he needs to get off the. Giddey can help with the
perfect on ball.
Yeah, because right now basically everyone doubling Shea and defending Judge Shea. He needs some pressure off his shoulders.
But yeah,
and Giddey would help.
If we can get one of these bigs in this next draft class, then I think we're in a great position moving forward.
100%.
How many years till you're good?
What's good in terms of other young teams in the league?
Not making the playoffs.
When are you gonna make playoffs?
It's hard to say.
I wouldn't be surprised if they make playoffs before Kings.
Oh, yeah, I think they will.
I believe we will.
I would put quite a lot of money on that.
Because the fact that we have so many picks means that we don't have to actually tank that long as well. We're already, because we can trade those. We're in position where
say you hit on your next draft pick and he contributes straight away. You could go into win now mode if you wanted to.
Yeah, and.
They have that. They have the assets to build.
We have the assets for trades, and we don't have a lot on our cap in terms of caps.
You have literally.
Is Chet Holmgren in the next draft class?
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about him yet. I don't know how I feel about him.
Pokuševski's better.
But yeah, and then with disgruntled young players, I saw a report about Zion, but that was just Bleacher Report being Bleacher Report.
Oh, I saw that.
But if you want to do that, come on, give it. If you want to do that, we'll take it, man. We'll take it. But
we'll probably treat him better than you want us to.
Are we going again into that thing?
Free Zion, man. Free Zion.
All right, let's give Zion a collective hug right now.
Have to reach around quite far.
So there you are, man. There you are.
No, because he's tall.
You know better, are you? You said around, bro.
No.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Wait, what did you say yesterday at the Solent game?
What did I say?
Remember the guy you said looked like Zion?
Yeah, but it wasn't because of weight. He looked like Zion in the face. This guy wasn't even. Did you even see him?
No, I didn't see it.
Bro, he wasn't. He was literally like a skinny looking guy. You just looked like him in the face.
Fair.
And he had like the same haircut, bro.
Let's not speak about that game anyway.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yep. That's good.
But
unlucky lads, unlucky.
Yeah, man. I think. What? Anything else pressing to talk about, or?
It's been quite a slow week in the NBA. To be fair, by the NBA standards.
You broke your losing streak.
Yeah, but that's not news. We scraped past the Pistons. Alex Caruso has been clear for full contact practice, so he should be back in the next week or two, which will be good. Patrick Williams and Lonzo are targeting the end of March, so we can't get those people.
Be completely honest. Have your expectations of the Bulls switched since the start of the season?
Okay, so
now listen, coming into the season, what did you say? You wanted them to...
I wanted, coming into the season, I said win a playoff series.
Yeah.
Then we go on this nice run, top of the East by quite a while. I'm thinking we could at least get...
Second round. Second round.
No, I said we could win 2 playoff series.
Yeah.
So that would take us to the finals, right?
Yeah.
The conference finals.
So I would have been happy with the second round still, but I felt like the ceiling was the conference finals. Now I'm like...
Now win one.
Now I'm
back to the middle.
No. Now I'm like, are we even gonna get out of the first round? Because if you look at like the East is so competitive, right?
Yep.
And as we spoke about earlier, we're currently projected to meet you in the first round.
And we are peaking at the right time.
You got them peaking at the right time, and then you've just got all the matchups of bigs.
Yeah. It's like wherever we go, you're gonna have to play someone that you don't want to come up against, really. Like, there's no favourable matchups in that first round.
Yeah.
Even for the teams at the top, though, like,
I would.
Like right now, the Heat played the Nets in the first round. That's not easy for the. Obviously, that's not easy for the Heat. The Bucks played the Raptors.
Should be Nets first round because it's playing. So you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Bucks, Raptors, obviously you'd favour the Bucks, but that's
of course.
not easy either. Cavs, Sixers, again you'd favour the Sixers, but it's not easy. Celtics, Bulls, all those series could easily be second round series, right?
Yeah.
In terms of quality.
Yeah.
So
because normally in the East, no one's trying to watch like the first round of the
This year we'll be.
It's going to be interesting.
We'll be glued to our
It's
TV.
going to be interesting.
And I hope Jarrett Allen is back for the playoffs.
Yeah. I hope he's back for my players.
I don't think
he won't be.
But yeah, I think I've had to ground myself a little bit.
It's unfortunate though, because
is it? Do you feel the same as last year after trade deadline?
Nah, man, let's not go there. It's not that bad. But I think I just think it's unfortunate because they played at like a crazy level to where, like, as a fan, obviously your mind is just going wild, like.
Yeah.
But
especially when you haven't felt success in so long.
Yeah. But where you are right now, once you get your players back, even if you finish the season in a competitive first round series, or get into the second, like, that's still success
for the Bulls. That's success.
And it's a foundation there to build upon.
Exactly.
Definitely. Going into the summer, definitely enough to keep Zach LaVine. Definitely enough to keep him. You've got a potential thing. Like,
as long as we offer him the right amount of money, he'll stay 100%.
And I think if not those injuries, he'll probably be alright at the moment.
I think without those injuries,
it messed up your rhythm.
And I think we do a lot better against the bigger teams. I saw a thread the other day. It was like, when we had Lonzo and Caruso, we were the number one defense for a while. We had like some big wins against some big teams, so we weren't this
big comebacks against. Teams.
So it's like, obviously I've been saying this for a while. Those players are so important, and I can't overstate that they are so important to us. But again, from what I've seen, I don't feel like a successful team should. It shouldn't be that night and day, right?
Also, looking at win and loss, cool, but it's how you lose, and it's things that translate. and it's things that even if you get those players back, that doesn't stop Embiid from going 45
Yeah,
15
exactly.
on you, and it's things like that. So
That's why.
So maybe with them, your record would be a lot better, but it doesn't change like those.
Doesn't change our fundamental problems.
Yeah, those fundamental problems.
I 100% agree with that, and that's why I think winning a first round playoff series is probably.
And this is a great starting point for. This is a completely new roster. This is completely all of this is last off season, and to where you're coming off from. Like,
I would love this Celtics Bulls series.
Praying for it, man.
That would be such a good
It's
series.
gonna be amazing. The content. Oof.
If both teams are fully healthy, that is a great.
By the way,
series.
Tatum scored 98 points in 2 games. Last game,
thank you for
98
watching
points.
the full court. Nah, Tatum's been hooping, man.
Tatum's been
hooping.
just on a different level recently.
I saw something about was it Kendrick Perkins or whoever it was?
Probably.
That was like it's time to put Jason Tatum in.
Oh yeah, he was.
MVP.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, just please.
This conversation starting. The MVP conversation shouldn't be like an hour long.
There's an MVP table, and right now there's only 3 chairs, and there's not any more chairs.
No, there's the MVP table, and there's 3 players now, and everyone else in the restaurant as well.
I don't care
but
about the rest of the restaurant.
But they're not sitting by the table.
We got like an MVP nation right here, man.
But I would say, like, if Tatum started the season like this well, he would be in conversation. But unfortunately, he was very mid start of the season.
For me,
like
the real conversation is the top 3. Like,
100%.
Once we get to the top 20 MVP candidates, like, let's just talk about the people that are going to be invited to the award show. That's the conversation.
Like, we know that the MVP is either going to be Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid, or Giannis.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah,
exactly.
We know that, so we shouldn't really be talking about anyone else.
Yeah.
Unless his name is DeMar DeRozan.
No.
DeMar DeRozan.
Okay, then if not Taylor, I can say that Marcus Smart deserves Defensive Player of the Year vote.
No.
Yes.
No. Giannis.
No. I don't. Did I say win?
Oh.
Wait, deserves.
That's what you just said.
You just said he deserves the award.
No, I said vote. Like to win.
My bad.
Just to win.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, I don't think like he's gonna win, but like he deserves like to be in he deserves to be in ceremony.
He's gonna get a vote.
He deserves to be in that ceremony.
Like, well,
but
what, like top 3?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I haven't looked into it that deeply.
Yeah, but as he tweeted himself that probably he as a guard.
It's hard for
he won't
because objectively, unless I guess for your team, objectively, most bigs are gonna have a bigger impact on your defense.
Yes.
And if they don't have a bigger impact on your defense, that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like Nikola Vucevic.
Yeah.
For us, like Marcus Smart and Rob Williams, both are doing incredible jobs. So.
Yeah, man. All right.
Well, that concludes our podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Again, finish with Bulls and Celtics talk.
Yeah.
Okay, so we somehow always get back to our team. But that's it from us. Thanks for listening if you got to this point. Peace.